faithfully delivering value and interpreting great books from around the world. Hello, this is Sally's Book Talk. Dear listeners of Sally's Book Talk, hello everyone, I'm Glo Win Hao, the editor-in-chief of Sally's Book Talk. Welcome back to today's editor's recommendation. So, if someone tells you that life itself is a negotiation, I don't know how you'd feel about that. Actually, negotiation is everywhere in our daily lives, not just in business settings or American movies. For example, when you go for a new job interview, you negotiate salary with HR. So at the end of the year, you might want to convince your boss for a better performance rating, or when you're shopping at the mall, you haggle over prices. Actually, these are all negotiation scenarios. Indeed, everyone can talk, but the same words coming from some people, feel one way. Coming from others, however you hear it, it feels awkward. So, how to take the initiative in conversations? You need to learn some fundamental strategies and skills. Next Monday, Sally's Book Talk will interpret this book for you, titled Mastering Conversations, subtitle, The Key Skill for Solving Problems. It's the ultimate guide to conversations. The author of this book is Chris Voss, who was an FBI international hostage crisis negotiator, a negotiation expert like the ones we often see in cop movies rescuing hostages. He has over 20 years of practical experience in negotiation, so he's summarized a new set of negotiation strategies. The core of this strategy is actually focusing on the other party's emotions to guide them into cooperating with you. It's by using this strategy.
This Chris Voss was able to calm down kidnappers, make them lay down their weapons, even surrender obediently. He even bargained the ransom from hundreds of thousands down to just a few $1,000s, allowing hostages to be rescued safely.
Next Monday, we'll help you learn how to master conversation skills better. Next Tuesday, we'll interpret a book called The Birth of the Magic Pill. What does magic pill refer to here? It refers to the oral contraceptive pills commonly used by women, and the content of this book is the invention history of oral contraceptives. Why was the birth control pill called the magic pill? Actually, before the birth control pill existed, women had little control over their bodies. Pregnancy could happen easily and would affect every aspect of their lives. Moreover, for many, the processes of pregnancy and childbirth were extremely painful. Then in 1960, the birth control pill emerged, like a magic pill, liberating women from the burden of reproduction. For the first time, they could control their bodies like men, enjoy intimacy without worry, and pursue education or careers freely. The author of The Birth of the Magic Pill is Jonathan Ides, a senior reporter at the Wall Street Journal. In this book, he traces the entire history of the birth control pill's invention. The story features a birth control pioneer, a widow from a prominent family, an underappreciated scientist, and a doctor who challenged the church. These four formed a golden alliance by chance, risking legal consequences to create this world-changing magic pill. When we mention Israel, stereotypes come to mind. Jewish faith, wisdom, wealth, and formidable military strength. But we often overlook its outstanding achievements in modern agriculture. You know what? 60% of Israel is desert. Yet even before independence, they devised comprehensive solutions for water scarcity. Thus, in just over a decade, Israel transformed from a desert nation to a water superpower. Next Thursday, we'll interpret the book titled Let There Be Water. Subtitle, Israel's Solution to a Water-Starved World. The author, Seth Siegel, of the Council on Foreign Relations, spent years interviewing 200-plus sources and analyzing data to detail Israel's escape from water scarcity. So if you worry about global water shortages or want to learn how a desert nation became a water leader, then next Wednesday's Let There Be Water offers insights from a resource perspective. Maybe we all wondered as kids, is Earth unique in the universe? Oh, are there other species in the universe? Humanity has always been eager to explore outer space and ponder extraterrestrial life. We've depicted these in various novels like The Three-Body Problem, movies like Avatar and Star Wars. Not only that, but countries have actually invested real money into it. Under space research programs, this Thursday will introduce the book A Brief History of Alien Life. Subtitle: A Complete Record of Humanity's 400 Years of Exploration and Imagination of Extraterrestrial Life. The author is Ron Miller, a Hugo Award-winning sci-fiction writer and space artist. He's written over 50 books on astronomy and science. This A Brief History of Alien Life showcases centuries of human conceptual development about extraterrestrials, including early cosmic discoveries, observations, and historical alien myths. Including our current scientific explorations of space. Next Friday, we'll interpret a book hailed by U.S. national magazines as the most important economic policy work to date, titled Secrets of the Temple: How the Federal Reserve Runs the Country. As you know, the Federal Reserve is America's central bank. It directly controls dollar issuance, indirectly governing the fate of every individual, company, and nation using dollars. Globally, perhaps no financial institution rivals the Fed's influence. Yet its operations long remained shrouded in secrecy. In 1987, veteran financial journalist William Greider published Secrets of the Temple. It unveiled this secretive institution's history and operations to the world. This book caused a sensation upon release. Wall Street professionals nearly all owned copies, with firms like Goldman Sachs marking it required reading. In 2013, the Chinese edition was released under the simpler title, The Federal Reserve. As you know, the 1980s launched America's 20-year economic expansion. And Americans then credited two architects, President Reagan and Fed Chair Paul Volcker. This book traces the Fed's century-long history through the lens of Volcker-era monetary policy. Author William Greider, Volcker's college classmate, interviewed dozens of top U.S. political and financial figures, including Volcker himself, to reveal how the Fed actually operates the world economy. So, next Friday and Saturday, we'll present this classic work on economics and Fed operations in two parts. All right, that concludes next week's Sally Book Talk recommendations. Feel free to share books you'd like to hear about or recent reads that impressed you. We may select popular titles from your suggestions to interpret for everyone. Demonstrations who enjoy Sally Book Talk can join our official community for exclusive events. Thank you all.